Dark glasses, beanie, beater, sweatshirt. You know what that means. It's time to go under a car and finish it up today. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Car Rant. Today, we are getting back on the horse with the Eclipse, and we are going to make sure that we get as much done as we can today because it's getting colder and there's a threat of snow coming. And in case you weren't aware, since it is the middle of December, snow on the ground for us means we can't work on a car because we don't have a shop yet. Now I'm getting myself ready to go so I can go visit with the Eclipse and also get suspension and brakes done, because parts have finally got here. After waiting for weeks, we finally have just about everything we need to get this car running and legal so we can start driving it here throughout the wintertime. So to get this party started right, let me show you what I have for parts for what we're installing. You can already see a particular box in there, but there's just so much going on in this car, it's not even funny. Off camera, got that short shifter put in. I'll leave a link so that you guys can check it out for yourself, how to install that, because that was quite a process, let me tell you, and there's a great video out there of showing how to do it. So I'll link that for you guys. Also in here, underneath this makeshift blanket, is a new stereo from Pioneer. This stereo is more than likely going to end up in the Evo, but it's a great stereo. It sounds good. One of the things we're going to do in a different video is walk through how to do the speakers in this car, because this one is different from others. But otherwise, pretty straightforward. So, I guess to start with, we have EBC brakes for the front. I'll be getting these out right now, because that'll be my job. Oh, can we just, real quick, discuss this big honker? Dude, my whole hand can fit in that thing. That is a massive exhaust tip. I'm actually kind of wondering if it'll clear the bumper, because that's not a whole lot of space down there. And last but not least, we have these Godspeed Mono SS Coilovers. We are going with these because out of all the options I saw, these were kind of the best bang for your buck budget options. I know that like a lot of what you're seeing is very budgety except for the brakes, but that's mostly because this is going to go to a new driver. The ultimate goal of the Eclipse is to build it, drive it, have a good time with it for a little while, and then eventually give it to my younger brother. You guys saw him last episode, Jonathan. I love him to death, and I know he wants to get into cars, so I figured why not give him a really good car to get into that will have gone through and fixed a lot of the issues, modified it some already, and it will be set up to do really good stuff where he's at in Columbus, Ohio. So I guess with all of that said, let's get started. Actually, just kidding, I played you guys. I want you guys to remember this height. I want you to remember how tall this is. So that way we can do the comparison of where it sits now to where it will sit when we're done. Alright, so it's been a couple hours. Unlike other YouTube channels that have shops where they have power tools and all that stuff, we're out here roughing it. Literally in the broad daylight, trying to get stuff done. And also dealing with really, really rusty cars. We've gotten to the point now where we're trying to get the shock out. Brakes are already off. That's all said and done. Brand new, shiny, fancy boy there, even though it's not really shiny, it's black. EBC rotors. I've used those before, actually, on the Evo. Those work really well. They were also on the Lexus for at one point in time, if I remember correctly. The good brakes. I love these a lot. So we're stopping them on here. So right now I'm trying to get the shock out so I can at least lower the car, because we have these beautiful Godspeed Mono SS Coilovers. Like I said, the whole idea is to go lightly budget, but not like eBay parts from China that could probably break budget. So my roadblock is that I can't get the bottom out to try and get this whole thing out, and I don't have the strength personally nor the tools physically to try and lower down this arm assembly any further to get that shock out, because it's double wishbone. In case you didn't know that, that's one of the downfalls of double wishbone, is the fact that stuff just doesn't move sometimes. But if we can find a way to separate the bottom of the hub, we could drop the rest of the assembly at least a little bit so we can get the shock out and continue on our merry way. When in doubt, call the homies, right? Help me get this figured out. It's, woo! A-arms are great to drive them, they suck to work on. But while they're doing that, an announcement. I literally just sold Midoriya. The jalapeno green Civic is now his. I would say congratulations, but I'll say congrats when you're done doing your crazy swap idea. Tried so hard and got so far.
We don't have a hammer, do we?
No. Well, you're looking at it next to you. Nope. Look up. Pole. There you go. When in doubt, whack it out, right? Yeah, that was a lot of work.
It wasn't bad. Once we got it figured out.
Once you realize how to do it, then it's easy. Our trick, drop the upper A-arm. Did you drop anything else?
No, we did take off that sway bar link.
Okay, well that's not hard to put back on, thankfully.
But the thing is now, well, we had to because it
connects to that.
It goes through your wishbone.
Good to know.
So we did have to take that off.
Did you see the coilovers?
I have not.
They are straight up JDM colored and technically JDM coils as well.
Oh yeah.
We're all excited about the pink and white. My brother saw these when they had them at the house. He's like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
That's the color right there.
Those are nice.
So now we just got to screw off the bottom, shove it into the pocket there, bolt it back together.
Because
there's a...
that bolt holds it in place.
So the bolt has a
yeah,
groove.
I know that, but it's not as easy as you think because you're going to have to line up your holes because if the wishbone is crooked.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's brutal. I've hated that.
We're going to be like, oh man, we got to
put this in first.
Well, first we got to measure the height.
You don't tighten it.
We got to measure the height to make sure that we have it not a crazy drop. We're not trying to slam it. And then...
Slam it.
Slam it.
Nah, dude. I'm trying to drive this in the snow.
Slam it.
We got to lower it down. See how low it is.
Okay.
We set it to a decent height. We should have measured it against the other side.
You filming?
Yeah. Oh. See. Oh god.
Tall.
Yeah, that spring's got to settle. It'll settle.
10 miles tall.
It'll settle. Either that or we could just spin the shock body and lower it that way. So, because that's pretty much how you lower the thing. You just spin it into the bottom. So, yeah, we'll see what it looks like tomorrow morning. Because that's, yeah, as Robbie said, it's pretty tall. We have all but one of the coils in. We have to get the other front coil done. Once that's in, we're done doing the coilovers. The height came out really well in the rear. Rears are real easy. It's 3 bolts to 2 at the top and 1 at the bottom. You shove it into the car, comes out the bottom. It's very straightforward. You really don't need a demonstration of that. But like, look at this. That is so much better. And that's before it's even settled. It's already started settling as we've been out here. It was originally at 4-finger depth when it was stock, and it became 3. And as it settled, it's now become 2. So it's definitely settling in nicely on this side. The fronts, we're probably gonna have to drop that maybe like a full rotation of the body to get it lowered. But again, we don't have the other side done yet, so it could just be high for that reason. But it's definitely come together. Like, this is much lower than it was before. And it definitely is going to need alignment now, but oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. Well, we now finally have the part. This is our new end link for the one side. I was going to get another one for the other side. I honestly thought I did, as expensive as these little guys are. These are like $22. But we only need one anyway, so we're just going to roll with the one that we got. Chris is going to meet me. We're going to go get ourselves a grinder. We have been waiting on this piece to get in and also to have the money to go get a grinder and the time. It's just, if you guys saw our update video, you guys know it's been a mess trying to do all of what we do because weather, being sick, everything. It's just, we're glad we're finally having a day to sit down and finish this part of the project so we can start up on things like the exhaust work and some of the interior stuff on the next episode. What up?
Hello.
I see the Exploder, I think another vehicle we haven't put on the channel in a while, has had some upgrades here.
It bumps now.
As I can hear the car rattling all the rust out.
It's partly because one of the cones is cracked.
Oh geez.
But 50 bucks.
I mean, yo, $50 is $50. That's really good.
$50.
That's really nice. Nice job.
Yeah.
Now we just need a set for this one. This man is stacked.
Do you need tools? I have tools.
Wow, it's so organized. Ish would be so jealous. There you go.
Every bit imaginable, even those little things, which...
Wait, you even have recessed star bits?
Mm-hmm.
Dude. How much was this box?
So kids, if you want a cheap toolbox, go to Sears and hope they still have Craftsman stuff. 'Cause this was a $600 box that I paid $200 for.
See?
From Sears, brand new, with a warranty.
We're bargain hunters on this show for sure. It's been so long. I miss this car. I'm ready to try it and start driving this thing. I need to buy lug nuts. Don't let me forget.
Here's your reminder.
Appreciate the useless reminder there, Chris. Anyway, once we raise this thing up in the air, we'll be able to take the angle grinder to it, sever the control arms, get the new stack set up, try and bolt everything back together, and see where it sits. We already know that we're gonna have to go under this thing and actually change the ride height of all of them, because somehow, even though we lowered it, we somehow managed to keep the stock ride height on this side. We don't know how that happens, but it did, so now I gotta fix it. Out of the darkness comes the light. Did you hear we got an angle grinder? There it goes. There it goes. It's free. Above anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Like a boss. He's like, I'm sick of this car.
Not really. But that was a little bit of a pain in the butt. It's just because like it got twisted in there.
Yeah.
If it didn't get twisted.
If that bottom didn't get stuck.
Well, what we got stuck on is
that
see
nub.
how it has this we cut?
Yeah.
It got stuck between this, like where we cut it, like here. And
Yeah,
the
you
bottom.
can see the markings on the metal.
Right there. It was wedged between the sway bar and the bottom.
Alright, it's once again several hours later. We were able to get everything all bolted up together, and the new sway bar end link is actually really nice. It's in there all nice and pretty. And we decided to just bottom out this coil just to see how it sits compared to the rest of the car, because for some reason these coils are really strong. The spring rate's actually pretty nice, but let's just say that looking at this right now, I have a couple of concerns. What do you think of where this sits right now?
Well, it's not gonna ride like my truck.
Let's just yeah, that's as low as it gets. And I have a feeling once this thing takes on load, we might have to raise him back up, because that's a little too low. With the Exploder in the background doing its thing.
Yeah, sounded like a Cam V8.
Sounded like a Cam V8, even though it's a V6. Fellas, I'ma just say it. Yeah. That's the slam side, that's like where it was at. That's definitely gonna sit. Obviously the bumper gap is because of the fact that it's slammed on one side. But yo, I'm just gonna slam, send it. Bottom of coilovers, heck yeah. Not a crazy drop, we're not trying to slam it. Ricey boy. Absolutely. My back is gonna hate me. But that does look a lot better, sitting that much lower. Once we get everything quartered up, then we'll show you guys the end result. Right now, we're both freezing cold. It's like 30 degrees out and we've been out here for 5 hours. We're done.